is from section 4, which is on strategies for presenting new content, and it's taken from the Inspiring Active Learning book, copyright 2006. This is the second edition. As teachers, we spend time in the direct teaching mode. Many of us are comfortable with lecturing, and it's important that we become effective at this form of teaching. The scene here all of us are familiar with. Students get distracted, their mind wanders, they get off task. Lectures can be a breeding ground for inactivity. So how do we maximize our presentation so that it's more productive? That's our goal, to be productive, since we have a limited amount of time with these students. The purpose of this first strategy will discuss how to help students be attentive. The idea is to watch our students and change to accommodate the loss of productivity and then redirect it back to more effective teaching. So objective here basically is to lecture as long as they're with us and then change when we lose them. We all know how frustrating it is to have prepared a lecture and our lesson and then have passive students. So the strategy is to change the energy level to get the students refocused back to learning. So how do we do that? So here are some options. Micro lecture. Basically, that's mini lectures with other activities planned to allow students time to digest the information. Write, share. Students make notes and then they share it with their partner. It allows time for feedback and processing of information that was discussed during the lecture. Quick review and out. This is basically a quick review of picking out a few of those points, but then coming back for a more detailed lecture later. Lecture with feeling. Here's a way to put in those non-linguistic elements, such as a stunning image, to help students recall the content. Start with a thought-provoking question. Those questions should be answered in the lecture. That way the student is always processing information, and it does create some anticipation, which increases the level of activity during the lecture. An overview statement. Really, it helps give a big picture mentality, allows the brain to connect those ideas that have been discussed or will be discussed. Handouts. It's important to print keywords and principles and definitions. It's vital for those struggling readers and also with your students who do not process orally. Think about a series of questions, again, to provoke the students to think and then to discover that information in the lecture. It's important that teachers plan these questions so that they know that that information will be contained in the lecture. Activity using the lecture. So summaries are a very effective way to help students to digest what was being said quickly. It's also a great way to know if they've gotten the main idea of the lecture. And that way, if need be, teachers can go back later and hit those points. Activities also help keep your student engaged, since they know they will be responsible for the information in the lecture.